So the ninth lesson for me is a really important one, and it's the great balance. It's the idea that it doesn't matter how much time you spend with your family. It's more so about the quality of that time that you spend with your family. And I learned this over COVID. After my suicide attempt, and really trying to redirect my energy and figure out like why I started cooking and why, all of these things, all the whys. I really came down to the idea of like digging in the soil and planting a small garden with my kids and spending time with them where my phone wasn't attached to me and I wasn't looking at the phone. I was spending time. It's about being nap trapped by my daughter earlier this week and actually being mad that I had to wake her up because I had to come to work. It's just one of those things that you really start figuring out when you do have children, and even if you don't have children, just that balance doesn't mean that you have to be home this many hours. And there's a lot of people that spend their entire lives working at jobs they hate. There's no balance in that. The time that you're off, that you're having fun, you're still complaining and thinking about the work that you have to go back to doing. So the great balance for me is not necessarily spend more time at home, and that's always nice to spend more time at home. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's about that time that you are spending. Are you really like losing yourself in your family and losing yourself in your outside activities, right? Like maybe you're a solo person and you love bodyboarding or surfing or whatever it is. Make the time to go do that and really be that, and then appreciate that time. And then when you come back to the work that you have to do, uh, let your soul be light with the idea that you got to have this moment in time that you got to do something that you're really passionate about. And I really think that's an important thing. And the dish is really fun because it's a dessert, and it's going to feature all sorts of melons because with the limits create creativity lesson. I had to think about all the things that are going to be happening in July, even though I'm writing the menu now and it's early June, and melons are going to be there. So we're going to take all different kinds of melon, whether that's sorbets with different flavors, candies with different flavors, compressed, different flavors. They're all little tiny balls, all of them different colors. Some are spicy, some are sour, some are sweet, some are, crunchy, some are soft. There's all different textures and flavors. And the whole idea of the dish is you can eat all of this together and it'll be delicious. But each and individual part is delicious on its own in a very unique and different way. The cucumber jalapeno sorbet is going to taste nothing like the tamarind and muskmelon sorbet. The compressed togarashi and sweet soy black watermelon from Vieira Farms is going to be umami based and still slightly sweet. We're having a Sour Patch Kid where we make a patafui out of muskmelon and coat it with citric sugar. So these are all going to lay in this little dish that we make specifically for it out of meringue with these little divots. So you're going to pick up this little disc with all these little round balls on it, and each of them is a different color, a different flavor, a different everything. But when you put these things together, it works, and that's family. It's putting all of the very different pieces together, and I really wish that as a whole, we talk about our families like they're easy to get rid of and like they're easy to get back. And I just want people to remember when someone is so different that you're like, not my kind of person. What is it that what you can get to learn from them? How can you love them in a way that they've never been loved? How can you support them in a way that they've never been supported? And when you give people the opportunity to really showcase what they are as a human, I think you end up with the best of all worlds. And hopefully that's what this dish and this lesson does for me for the rest of my life.